Okay, let's look at the question. Koteshwar says, Ananta ji, namaste. Does it mean that there is no need to even try to be free? Can one forget about the seeking? As long as there is a sense of one who is the seeker or who is the inquirer, then the self-inquiry must continue. Use this thorn to remove the other thorn. Use the thorn of inquiry to remove the thorn of personhood, to remove the thorn of ego. It is the ego itself which will say, throw away that thorn, you don't need it. The thorn which is embedded in you, you'll be very quick to say, but you throw away that thorn, it's not needed. So, if you have this sense that I must now, this is the question, no need even to try to be free. For who? Use this also in your inquiry. Who is the one who can say that even self-inquiry is not needed? And smell. Smell if this is coming again from the person. If it is the ego itself which is saying that nothing needs to be done about the ego, then use this for your inquiry. Ask yourself, who am I? Am I this voice which is saying do the inquiry or don't do the inquiry? And am I the witnessing all voices, all appearances? And once it is so clearly understood that no reminders are also needed, once it is known that you are just this pure awareness itself, then even this thorn of inquiry can be dropped.
Okay. Thank you.
Very well. Very happy to hear from you. Also, I got your email. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Very.
Thank you. I just discovered you yesterday on YouTube, and I'm very happy to find you.
Very happy you could come, and feel free to ask whatever questions you have. Don't
Okay.
worry about sounding in any particular way. You don't have to keep up to any image. You don't have to prove to me that you have discovered something or not. Just like a
Yeah.
child, whatever is coming from your innocence, just share, because initially you have this freedom. See?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still feel there is some kind of a need for seeking. The seeking
Yes.
seems to have certain momentum, and though there is a clarity that it is all here and just to be aware of the present, the seeking momentum it's still there and it continues. How do you think one can approach it?
So you said that there still seems to be this seeking energy which wants to find freedom.
Yeah.
And I tell you that, can you show me some bondage now? Right now, can you look and show me what is bound?
It's a more like a contraction in the body. It's more like a tightness.
Yes.
It's
The body
sensation.
sensation, some energy can be there, and you are aware of it or not?
Yeah, there is an awareness of it.
Yes.
But there's an idea that only when it is not there, there is freedom.
This is just an idea, you see. This is also an idea. Just another thought. So you are aware of the idea and you are aware of the contraction. Is this awareness touched by either of these, the idea or the contraction? Is it affected by any of this?
It seems to be affected by that feeling because the feeling seems to be very close.
Yes.
I can't say I'm indifferent to the feeling.
Just look and see whether the seeing itself is affected, or is it just another thought? Is the sky affected by the cloud?
No,
Is this room affected by the table?
no.
Witnessing touched by the content of the appearance? Just look. Don't go with your mind's answer. Go with what you see.
There is a sense that the awareness is different, but it's a very fine line. It looks like I am the feeling, and I'm also a little away from the feeling.
Yeah. And this, which you see as awareness, and the fine line between awareness and the feeling, all of this is seen, isn't it? To come to this seeing, it sees even all of this.
Yeah.
So there can be some visualization that is happening. You might be visualizing awareness, you might be visualizing your feeling, and then in the play of this visualization, it can seem like they're intersecting. But I'm talking about that which is seeing all of this visualization. Where is that? Is it in this realm at all? Is it within time and space?
It seems as if I'm localized in the body. I'm attached to the body in some way.
Yes, this I is who? Who is this I?
I can't explain. I can't put a word on it.
Yes. So let's look at it. We see that the body is phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
The body is phenomenal. Therefore, if something could get attached to the body, that would also have to be phenomenal. Something was to be attached to the body, that would also be phenomenal. Therefore, there must be a seeing which is aware of both of these phenomena, that which is attached and the body. Okay, let me ask you a different question. Are you aware now?
Yeah.
What is seen to confirm this?
Maybe because there's an awareness of the surroundings and the body, and
Yes, that is
there's
the content. That is the content. But suppose that all your senses were switched off, would you be aware or unaware?
I think there will still be an awareness of the body, the environment inside the body, the
Yes.
sensation, the feeling.
And even if there was nothing, you would be able to say that there was nothing. Like you go to sleep in the night and you say, I went to sleep, and in the sleep there was nothing. Who was there to see that there is nothing?
There is no direct experience of seeing nothing.
Yes.
It's more like an inference afterwards when you wake up that
It seems
there
like
was no awareness of anything.
yes. But just now you blink, no? Every minute we blink 30 times. So
Hmm.
how is sleep not a blink then? If there was nothing, even you were not there, then what is the difference between blinking and sleeping? How do you know that you slept? Because you are still there to say that there is nothing. There is nothing phenomenal to report. This is true. You're not there then to report this, but you're able to wake up and report that there is nothing, and now there is the presence of me. The waking state is here. So you are able to say that there was sleep state and there's waking state. There is someone Not someone, but one who can differentiate between sleep state and waking state.
But that seems to be happening only when there is waking state, and when in the
The
deep sleep
reporting,
state.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
the reporting is happening only in the waking state. You
yeah,
see, but the fact that there was nothing in the sleep state, is that just imagination in the waking state?
no. I think it's an inference that there's no memory of it, there's no awareness of it in any way. So we say there's nothing. What I'm trying to say is that there seems to be no awareness also in deep sleep, not just the
Okay.
content of awareness.
Let's use another way.
Okay.
Let's use another way. So become aware of your thoughts, and you say when the phenomena of thought is there, then there is something. And when the phenomena of thought is not there, in the space between your thoughts, you say there is nothing. But you are still there to be able to report later that there was nothing. Is this true or not?
Yeah. I would say even though when the thoughts are not there, there is a sense of being, just being aware. I mean, maybe a certain sensation. I'm not sure.
This is good. So you say that this sense of being is there in the waking state and the dream state. And
Yeah.
yet even this sense of being is not there in the sleep state.
Yes.
So who knows that this sense of being is here? Who is aware even of being present in the waking and dream state and being absent in the sleep state?
I think it's an inference. It's an understanding. It's an
Okay,
understanding of the whole situation.
let's look at it another way. Don't use any mental understanding. Don't refer to
Okay.
any concept. Don't refer to any knowledge about anything at all.
Okay.
And now answer this question. Can you stop being now? This
No.
being, can you stop it?
No.
Do you have to refer to some memory or it is seen right now?
It's seen immediately.
Seen immediately. So is it conceptual or seen?
It's seeing. It's not conceptual.
It's
It's an
not
awareness.
conceptual.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So who is aware that being cannot be stopped? Is it being itself or is there an awareness even prior to being?
I think it's awareness itself. I mean, the primacy of awareness is very obvious. I mean, it doesn't need logic.
Yes, exactly. That's my point actually. That's my point. So then when I ask you, are you aware now? Is it an inference based on even the presence of being or is it simply just known that yes, awareness is here? Awareness being aware of itself. Because it
Yeah.
cannot be a phenomenal experience. When you answer the question, am I aware now? Then you're not referring to any phenomenal experience, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not referring to anything in particular, but I'm also not aware of awareness by itself without any content. It seems to me that the awareness is always there with respect to something else.
Yes. Actually, when we answer, am I aware now? Then we are not referring to any content, including the presence of being itself does not need to be referred to. You see? It is just
Mm.
later when we're trying to understand it that we say, yes, I'm aware of being, yes, I'm aware of this bottle, yes, I'm aware of the computer. That comes later. But just instantly, when I say, am I aware now? Yes.
Yeah.
So that which sees that being cannot be stopped, that being is present, that must be awareness.
Yeah.
And to be able to say with great conviction that I am aware now, not as a mental understanding, but just to see. The confusion comes, you know why? Because you cannot see awareness as a phenomenal experience. Although you might even be able to feel the presence of being as a sort of phenomenal experience, for awareness itself cannot be ever perceived as phenomenal.
Okay.
That's why you say that although it is completely clear that I am aware now, I cannot see it. Because you cannot see it phenomenally.
Mm-hmm.
So awareness of awareness is the only non-phenomenal experiencing that you can have. For all other experience, you have to refer to some phenomena.
Hmm. I have a question like,
Yes.
if awareness is really independent of the content, why isn't there a self-awareness in deep sleep?
There is.
I-
That's
okay.
what I'm saying. That you are aware that there is no phenomenal content in sleep. Therefore, you must be there to say that there is no phenomena. Who is the one who says, I enjoyed deep sleep last night? Is it just an inference?
I think so. That's what I feel.
Yes,
It's
but
probably
for
an
an
inference.
inference, if it was just an inference, then you would need a phenomenal experience for it. I know this is the first time we're interacting, so it might seem like it's getting too much, but we can. This is a good starting point for our conversation.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
I'm fine with this.
you can infer that there is some memory of some beings that you were interacting with. So you can infer that you must have had some dreams, okay? Because there is something to refer to. But to
Yeah.
say that there was nothing, how will you infer that? Because you have no reference point, you see. You just know that there was nothing. An
Is
inference
it?
means to come from the mind, a mental understanding. That you use some concepts together and you come to a conclusion. That's inference, isn't it?
Yeah. After
What
after
are
the
the
experience, you make an idea about that, what it is.
Yes, yes, yes. So the idea is not what we are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so even when I ask you now, are you aware now?
Yeah.
We are not speaking about the mental idea of awareness being aware of itself.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about what is really here. What is really here. So find out what knows that you are aware now.
I think when you ask that question, then immediately there is a realization that there is awareness.
Because it's a primal knowing, you see.
Yeah.
Where are you in relation to this awareness? Don't go with any knowledge. Just look.
It looks like I am the awareness and I'm also something in awareness. Like I
But
can't separate myself from awareness or the feeling of being this body.
and this high who cannot separate yourself is who?
I'm looking, I don't have an immediate answer. I'm just looking at it.
Good, because I'm not really interested in the answer. I'm
Mhm.
only interested in the looking. It's very good that you can look. Answers are cheap. Answers are available everywhere. You see? And no answer is the truth anyway. It is just what is worthwhile is just to see who am I. And you so beautifully said that the presence of being is also here. Who is aware of the presence of being also? Is the being aware of you or you are aware of being?
There's still a movement of trying to find out, trying to respond to that question, but nothing. I'm not able to find anything.
Very good. It's very good for your first satsang here like this. It's very good. And keep joining in so that what will happen is that your attention will keep getting dipped into your being and into your absolute self like this. Very naturally, it'll learn how to just remain at home without any trouble, without any sense of controlling also. You let go of this also, this attention also. You will find that you are this unmoving, unchanging, pure witnessing from which the dynamic aspect of consciousness or being also arises. But there is never a confusion that you could just be that. Always be clear that you are the pure witnessing from which the entire phenomenal universes are arising and disappearing. Welcome to Satsang, and my
Thank you.
blessings and love are always with you, my
Thank you.
dear. May it bring you to your true realization of what you always are and always were. So I see a couple of you are new today in the Hangout and Satsang outside. So let me share some core aspects of what we speak about here. You see, when I come into Satsang, there are usually three different questions that come. There are three different questions that come. The first question, the most common question that comes is, I want to be free from my suffering. How do I put an end to my suffering? That is the first, most basic question that most beings who come to Satsang can have. And to be free from suffering is the simplest thing. But we must look at it. If you're here for the first time, we can look at it in some detail. You cannot suffer without believing a thought. So when a thought arises, you see that a thought just arises. You can wait for your next thought to confirm this, and you will see the thought is just arising. And when a thought arises, you will find that there are two forces that interact with this thought. The first is the force of your attention, the power of attention. And this attention, if it goes to the thought, then the thought seems like it is real. If it doesn't go to the thought, then the thought just comes and goes. Therefore, most sadhanas in the world are focused on controlling this attention. Even when Maharaj said, stay, keep your attention only to the sense I am, he was referring to keeping the attention, giving an anchor to the attention in the presence. Keep the attention in the presence. In all sadhanas, whether you look at mindfulness, meditation, all these practices, most of them are focused on keeping your attention at a particular place, trying to give you some mastery over your attention. But if you were to look, you will find that just because of giving attention, also you cannot suffer. It also needs another force, another power called the power of belief. You see that even if attention goes to the thought, unless it gets your belief, it causes no suffering. So what I suggest is just withdraw your belief from your next thought. And belief seems like it is much more simple to handle than attention is. Because the more you try to control attention, the more it wants to jump around. The more it wants to jump around. So if I say don't bring your attention to a monkey, then very quickly a monkey will appear. So attention is not that easy to control. But if I say don't believe that you are a monkey, that is much easier. So let attention also go to thoughts if you want. Let attention go completely free. Just don't give belief to your next thought. And in this, not giving belief to your next thought, you cannot show me suffering. Unless you believe some other thought like belief is going automatically or some other thought like this, you cannot show me suffering. And in this, you will find so much space and the ability to contemplate into your true nature. When we are just constantly distracted by our thoughts and our attention and belief is just consumed by thought, then there is no room for further contemplation. So first, some amount of freedom is got from these thoughts. These thoughts don't seem so powerful now after you have withdrawn your belief from them. They get their nourishment, they get their power from your own attention and belief. So this was the first question. How can I end my suffering? The end of suffering is just not believing your next thought. Then you say, yes, I have lost my ability to suffer. All thoughts are just coming and going. I am not resisting anything at all. And so I have lost my ability to suffer. But can you show me God? Can you show me God? And my response to that question is yes. Can you stop being now? And in looking at this question, can I stop being now? You will find that the presence of being is here. Cannot be stopped. That's why this shortcut is here. If I were to say, go and find your being, then you will say that, oh, it gets confused, it feels like this and feels like that. But when I say, can you stop being now? Can you turn it off? Then you say, no, this presence is here. Not turn it off. This presence that I am, that I exist, is here. So this presence is consciousness, is God, is beingness, in the light of which this entire universe comes into play. Your own holy presence, your own Atma, is consciousness. Then lastly, someone might come and say, can you tell me about the absolute, the self? And don't worry so much about the definitions. If your definition of God is the absolute self, that is absolutely fine. Don't worry, it's not about the definitions. But someone could come and say, can you show me the absolute self, the absolute truth? And for this, we have this question, are you aware now? And you see that you are aware, and yet no phenomenal experience was required. Not even the presence of being was needed. And to be able to confirm that awareness is here, it must be awareness itself that checks. So this is awareness being aware of itself, awareness being aware of awareness. So these are the three main questions that any spiritual seeker could have. And then we have a simple pointing for you, which is that there are two A's. There's the big A, awareness, and there's a small a, appearance. And all which is appearing phenomenally can be called the appearance. The thoughts, emotion, the body, another person, the external world, the stars in the sky, the sun and the moon, everything is appearing to this awareness. And in the absence, if this awareness was not there, then you would not be able to have any appearance. So this awareness is ever present, is the eternal one, the unchanging, unmoving one, which is aware of something and of nothing, of appearance and of no appearance, of something and nothing, of thought and no thought, of mind and no mind, of waking and of sleep. This awareness you are. But any time you give your belief to something which says that you are just an appearance, then you are picking up this pretend suffering. So that is the core of the teaching, the core of what is being pointed to.